Today we're talking about the R36S, a device that is unbelievably cheap, and the value that you get on this thing is absolutely crazy. So I finally bought into the hype. I was cruising on AliExpress one day and I saw this Game Boy wannabe looking device for $40. And I thought to myself, hell, what is the worst that could happen if I spend 40 bucks on this thing? And let me tell you, this is the best $40 I've ever spent. Essentially, it is your Game Boy, but it can play up to PSP quality games. Like, it can actually play, I think there are like 20 PSP games on this thing, but it plays Super Nintendo, NES, Atari, all the old stuff. And I think it's equipped with 20,000 games on this thing. And I am absolutely shocked because holy hell, like, this thing is 40 bucks. An SD card is like $40 nowadays. It comes with like a 64 gigabyte, I believe, but an SD card is that amount. Essentially, you're paying for a free device with the SD card. So, I mean, there's absolutely no reason not to buy this. This thing is crazy. Look at the it's got 2 joysticks on the bottom and has 4 triggers on the back. So far, I haven't found a game where I needed all 4 triggers. I think you can set it, but I've only been able to use like 2 of them, the R1 and the L1 for certain games. But I just want to talk about my 10 favorite games on this device ever since I've been playing it. But I mean, look at the comparison with my old Game Boy Color. The screen is so much bigger. I thought the screen would be the same size, but it fills out the whole bezel. So this thing is absolutely amazing. So today we're going to go over my top 10 favorite games of the R36S ever since I bought this thing about a month ago. All right, guys, starting off strong with GTA Vice City Stories. Running a PSP on this budget handheld used to be a pipe dream, but here we are. I cannot believe I can run GTA Vice City Stories on the R36S. If you want to make the most out of your device, then this game is it. I mean, you play as Vic Vance trying to build a crime empire, but honestly, 90% of the gameplay is just trying to hit ramps at maximum speed and seeing how long you can survive a 5-star wanted level before the SWAT team blows you into next week. I mean, this thing runs incredibly smooth on this. I mean, there's some hiccups and slight glitches here and there, but for what the game is and running it on the R36S, surprisingly smooth, surprisingly well done. Looks fantastic on the screen. The controls feel great, and it's absolute nostalgia in your hand. So I definitely recommend you pick up this game. I mean, it's included, so why not? Next up, we've got Mario Kart 64. Yes, I know the original Super Mario Kart is on Super Nintendo, but Mario Kart 64 is where true friendship ending chaos was born. And I'm playing this on the R36S, feels so good. I mean, look at how smooth it is. You've got double shells, banana peeling, and the infamous blue shell ready to ruin someone's entire day right at the finish line. The N64 emulation on this handheld runs surprisingly smooth for this track list, and jumping into a quick race on Rainbow Road while sitting on the couch is top tier gaming. I know for N64 devices or N64 games on this device, not all of them run very smooth, but I included this game because it runs like an absolute dream. And there's a couple of, well, there's one more game that I've included in this list, which you'll see later. And no top 10 list is complete without some classic Pokemon, and Pokémon Crystal is peak Gen 2 perfection. Moving sprites, day and night cycles, and the legendary journey through Johto and Kanto, plus, let's be honest, the R36S display makes those vibrant 8-bit Game Boy Color colors pop way harder than our unlit Game Boy screens ever did back in the day. So whether you're grinding on your Meganium or hunting sweet Sukon, Crystal plays like a dream on this layout, and fast forwarding through wild battles is an absolute lifesaver. And also, I recommend all the Pokemon games. It comes with a few of them, so I would check them all out if I were you. But yeah, absolutely love this game. And if you thought Mario Tennis was just a peaceful day on the court, you clearly haven't tried to pull off a topspin slice against Waluigi on hard mode. This is Mario Tennis for N64, and I've included this one because it also runs really nicely on the R36S compared to some of the other titles on the, and I guess the N64 list. Like I said, not all of them run very well, but this one does. And the physics are arcadey, the character rosters peak 2000s Mario, and the rally battles get absurdly intense. The controls translate super well to the R36S handheld layout, making it one of the absolute best pick up and play sports titles that you can keep on your device. All right, time for some pure 90s hockey nostalgia with NHL 99. Back when sports games didn't require microtransactions and 80GB day one patches, you get the iconic commentary, classic rosters, and the unmatched joy of lining up a massive open ice hit that sends the opposing player into another dimension. So with this game, it does get a little laggy at first, but as you start playing it, it gets more smooth. So the graphics are deliciously blocky, the gameplay is fast and chaotic, and hitting a slap shot from the blue line on this tiny screen just feels incredibly satisfying, which is why I included it on this list. But honestly, guys, there's so many NHL and FIFA and sports games on this device. I just recommend checking out all of them because they're super fun to play. And before Battle Royales were everywhere, we had Twisted Metal on the original PlayStation. It's simple, dark, and utterly chaotic. Pick an armed-to-the-teeth vehicle like Sweet Tooth in his creepy ice cream truck, or this F1 car that I'm using, and blow up everyone else in a giant arena. The PS1 performance on the R36S is buttery smooth, and tearing around dark city streets launching homing missiles never gets old. It's pure 90s attitude packed into a portable console and runs surprisingly well on this device. Absolutely love Twisted Metal. It is a classic for PlayStation. This is a must play. Next up is God of War on PSP, and honestly, seeing Kratos smash brutal combos on a budget device still blows my mind. At first, the game does take some adjusting to, like, it doesn't run as smooth, like it gets laggy, but then as you play more, I've noticed it gets more smooth. And the scale of the boss fights and the buttery smooth combat holds up surprisingly well. The R36S handles Kratos' rage like a champ. Hack and slash action, quick time events, and ripping mythical beasts apart in the palm of your hands. If you want to push the hardware a bit and play a full blockbuster cinematic experience, then this is the one. People always sleep on the Lord of the Rings games for Game Boy Advance. These aren't lazy movie tie-ins. They are full-on isometric action RPGs that basically feel like Diablo set in Middle-earth. You pick Aragorn, Legolas, or Frodo, and you hack through hordes of orcs, level up skills, and collect tons of loot. The Game Boy Advance library looks razor sharp on the R36S display, and these games are ridiculously addicting for long sessions. This one does have a 3-game, I believe, series, so you can start back at the Shire, and then there's 2 other games, but I just chose the Return of the King and the 2 Towers. If you like isometric survival action, the Lost World Jurassic Park on the Genesis is an absolute hidden gem. You get to run around dangerous dinosaur-infested zones, manage your ammo, complete objectives, and try not to get eaten by a velociraptor coming from off-screen. The 16-bit sound effects are elite, and the gameplay is surprisingly challenging. It runs natively without a single hiccup on this device. I mean, look at how smooth it is. Physics are amazing. Super fun to play. Love this game. And you know I could not make a classic list without the classic Battletoads, because if you like suffering, rage quitting, and testing your reflex limits, this is the game for you. If you haven't played Battletoads before, you are completely missing out, because the Genesis port brings all the punchy animations, ridiculous giant boot kicks, and of course, the nightmare-inducing turbo tunnel speeder bike section. So thanks to the save states on the R36S, you actually have a legitimate chance of beating it this decade. It's fast, absurd, and one of the most rewarding retro beat-em-ups ever made. And that's my top 10. Let me know in the comments below, what is your number one go-to game on the R36S? Did I miss any of your favorites? I know there are like 20,000 games on this device, so I obviously have not been through all of them. I've only picked out some of my favorites. But drop a like if this helped you out. Hit the subscribe for more handheld content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.